Hello everyone and happy Easter. I'm Matt and I'm so pumped for what's about to happen. Before we get started, there's only one thing you need to know. Easter Jam is for everyone in your family. So if you're a teenager, this is for you. You too, college students. And if you're a younger kid, get ready. We're about to have some serious fun and you need to take the lead to show everyone how to do it. Adults, buckle up. This Easter is like you've never done it before. No matter who you are, we want you to know that Easter is for you. The only way not to have fun is to not to participate. So look around. Is anyone missing? If so, hit the pause button and go get them now because we're going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Easter, a time for fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies. And then there are the weird parts of Easter, like fake grass, plastic eggs, these things, chocolate bunnies, and people dressed as bunnies, which is interesting. But what does all this stuff have to do with Easter? And if this holiday is about more than candy and wearing uncomfortable clothes to church and lunch with your relatives, what makes Easter happy?
Okay, hear me out. There are two kinds of people in this world. People who love eating these things and people like me. I just don't get it, how you can eat something so cute and grainy at the same time. Let's see how your family feels. Show me a thumbs up if you like eating these things or a thumbs down if you don't. Okay, there are a lot of different opinions out there. And no matter how you feel about eating Peeps, you're going to love this game. Your family is going to face off in the greatest Peeps jousting competition of all time. And I'm going to explain how it works, and then I'll let you know when to start. First, divide the room into 2 teams. Next, take 2 Peeps and assign them to a team. If you don't have any Peeps, Big Marshmallows will do the same thing. Team A gets Peep A. Team B gets Peep B. You can come up with some cooler names like Lord Sugarcoat or Sir Sprinkles. You get the idea. You can also use some markers or Sharpies to decorate your Peeps. Put some mustaches on them, mean eyebrows, or maybe even a fancy outfit. Let your creative juices flow. Next, you need to prepare your Peeps for battle. You need to stick in each Peep a toothpick. Think of the toothpick as a joust, a lightsaber, a sword. Just depends on how serious your family is about this competition. Make sure the toothpick is facing forward towards the other Peep. Place the 2 combatants on a microwavable plate, just like I have done right here. No social distancing is necessary. The closer the better. You want the Peeps to be close together and facing one another. Finally, time for the big event. Gather around and put the plate in the microwave, setting the timer to 45 seconds. You won't let it run that long. In fact, don't let it run that long. Then press start. Watch at a safe distance and the Peeps drop their toothpick sabers and one touches the other. The toothpick that touches the other Peep first wins. As soon as this happens, you're going to want to stop that microwave. Trust me on this one, families. Trust me. Okay, it's time to settle this thing. Don't forget to snap a pic of the photo finish. It's go time. Press pause now, and I'll wait here for you to return. Okay, how did it go? Who won? I want pictures. Post them with the hashtag EasterJam2020, and don't forget to tag our church on Facebook and Instagram. Let me tell you, I have to admit, that was more fun than I thought. And also, this is what happened to my 2 Peeps. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for another game. This one, all you need is a laundry basket and socks. Lots and lots of socks. Clean or dirty, doesn't matter, just as long as they have a match. If you need to, go grab these things now. Press pause, and I'll explain the rest. Got your basket and socks? Great. Now choose 2 people to play. You also need 2 people to be scorekeepers. And if you don't get a chance to play this time, kids, just hit rewind and start from the beginning when we're all done. To get started, dump all the socks on one side of the room And don't worry, these socks will make their way back to the other side into the basket real soon. Then you're going to place the basket on the other side of the room. And when I say go, players will grab a sock, go through the pile, and find its matching one. Roll the socks into the shape of a ball or an Easter egg, and then toss them, just like this one, to the other side of the room into the laundry basket. The player with the most sock eggs at the basket at the end of the timer wins. And if you don't have a scorekeeper, you just keep count yourself. And that means everybody's on the honor system, right? I'm looking at you, parents. Okay, if needed, press pause now and gather everything you need. The basket, the socks, and make sure everyone's in position. And I'll wait right here. Everybody ready? Great. We're putting a 1-minute timer on the clock. This Easter egg throwdown is happening in 3, 2, 1, and go! All right, families, come back over here. Who won? Okay, that was wild. Whoever won gets socks. Just kidding. Adults, make sure whoever won the challenge gets a special treat today. Maybe one of these things. Okay, maybe not. I hope you're having fun so far. We're celebrating because today is Easter. If you don't know the whole story of Easter, that's okay. Because today we'll talk about what makes today, maybe more than any other day, a happy day. But before we get there, I know you have a lot of family and friends who would love to hear from you. And to make that happen, you have a few options. Pause this video and pick one of the challenges on the screen to wish your peeps a happy Easter. Even though we're celebrating a little differently than we have before, that's okay. Easter is still happy. And that's not just because of the peep wars or Easter baskets or chocolate bunnies, although those things are pretty awesome. It's still happy because of what happened thousands of years ago at the first Easter. It's the world's most powerful story, and yet it's so simple that it can be told with laundry.
In the beginning, God created everything. He formed people in His very own image. But then, we turned away from God. Sin entered the world, like a dark stain. Still, God loved us so deeply that He made a plan to rescue us. At just the right moment, God sent His very own Son, Jesus, to live among us. Jesus healed hearts, and minds, and bodies. Thousands gathered to hear Him teach. Instead of giving lots of new rules, Jesus turned things upside down by making it simple. Love God, love others. After 3 years of traveling and teaching, Jesus and His disciples entered Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover feast. Huge crowds gathered to welcome Him. But while the crowds cheered for Jesus, the religious leaders made plans to arrest Him. He was turning their world upside down, and they wanted Him gone. As Jesus celebrated the Passover meal with His friends, He told them that He would be leaving, but would return. His friends didn't understand. That night, one of Jesus' followers, Judas, led soldiers to arrest Him. the religious leaders gave Jesus a fake trial and then sent him to Pilate, the Roman governor, who could have him killed. Pilate found Jesus had broken no law and tried to release him. But a mob called for Jesus to be killed. Pilate gave in and handed Jesus over to the Roman soldiers. Jesus was forced to carry the heavy beams of his own wooden cross. On a hill called Golgotha, the soldiers nailed Jesus' hands and feet to the rough wood. The soldiers and people who passed by laughed and mocked him. But from the cross, Jesus asked God to forgive them. Finally, Jesus called out, "It is finished." Then he died. The earth shook. Rocks split open. Even the soldiers cried, "Surely he was the Son of God." One of Jesus' followers took his body and placed it in a tomb cut from the rock. A huge stone blocked the entrance. Jesus' friends were devastated. They had believed that Jesus was the one God promised, the one who would rescue them, but now he was gone. Their whole world had turned upside down. Jesus' friends stayed hidden in fear for 3 days. But early Sunday morning, Mary Magdalene, a close friend of Jesus, hurried to the tomb. She planned to anoint Jesus' body with special spices. As Mary neared the tomb, she saw the stone had been rolled away. The tomb was empty. Mary turned to see a man standing near. She didn't recognize him until he said, "Mary." It was Jesus, alive. Jesus told her, "Do not hold on to me. I have not yet ascended to the Father. Instead, go to those who believe in me." Jesus, God's Son, became like us to lay down his life. Through God's power, he defeated death for all of us, and sin was washed away. One day, he's promised to return, so we can live with him forever.
Wow, I hear that story every Easter and it always amazes me. I mean, God sent Jesus into the world to remind me that he is greater than anything that can go wrong in my world. The simple fact is that Jesus came back to life is proof to me that I can face anything bad that happens. I like to think about it this way. I can because Jesus is alive. I can keep loving because Jesus is alive. I can be brave because Jesus is alive. I can have hope because Jesus is alive. Here's an idea. Take a few minutes and add to the list of things you can do because Jesus is alive. Answer this question as a family. How would you fill in the blank? I can blank because Jesus is alive. Pause the video while you discuss. When you're finished, meet me back here. Awesome. I love conversations like these because remembering what God has done in the past helps me to trust him with what's going on in my life right now. I hope that's true for you. And I hope that you spend the rest of the day making happy memories with your family. To get you started, here's one last challenge. For this one, you'll need to decide who is the technology genius in your house. Maybe that's a step-parent, an aunt, or an 8th grader. Either way, decide who that person is now. Do you got it? Awesome. As soon as this video is over, I want you to go outside and take a family Easter photo. You can dress up in your PJs, or it can be totally normal with your smiling faces or silly faces, or one of those filters that you put on that turn you into a bunny. No matter how you do it, take a family photo and make it awesome. Then share it on social media. And remember to use the hashtag EasterJam2020 and tag our church on Facebook and Instagram so we can see your family's Easter style. Maybe now, more than ever, this is the time to celebrate and remember God and his faithfulness and the hope he gives us in Jesus. After all, This is what makes Easter so happy.
The greatest day in history. Death is beating, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. The empty cross, the empty grave, life eternal, you have won the day. Shout it out, Jesus is alive. He's alive. Oh, happy day, happy day. You wash my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same. Forever I'm changed. I'll never be the same. When I stand in that place, free at last, meeting face to face. I am yours, Jesus, you are mine. Endless joy, perfect peace. Earthly pain finally will cease. Celebrate, Jesus is alive.